So Eckankar is an interesting teaching because we have something called the Shariat Kisugmad, Way of the Eternal. And it's a book, but the Shariat Kisugmad is more than a book. It is an evolving scripture of stories like Harold was talking about earlier. And these are the stories of everyday people having these experiences of transformation with the light and sound and in everyday life and in the inner worlds. So everyone has a story, and your story is important. Have you consciously begun to write that story? Have you consciously considered what your life story is that will become part of this evolving, never-ending story of this way of the eternal? Usually, everyone's story involves some interaction with an Ek master, one of these God-realized beings, or the living Ek master at some point. So when I heard about Eckankar in 1976, a friend of mine introduced it to me, and I said, I haven't heard of any of these Ek masters. And he said, Doug, they're just masters of life. They don't hold out a spiritual business card. They don't self-announce. They're just part of the fabric of life. And they're not into the fanfare. They've, as the great poet Rumi said, they've sunk the ego. Now, there have been Ek masters who are known in history. Pythagoras, the Greek philosopher, study of vibrations, mathematics, divine order. Another one, who's one of my favorites, Epictetus, Roman Stoic philosopher. He was a slave, he was freed, and he started a school, and he was all about spiritual freedom. Of course, spiritual freedom comes with responsibility for one's state of consciousness, and that was his constant message. Your governing principle, or your, what's called in some of the translations, moral purpose, but it's higher than that. It's how you respond to externals from your inner compass. And of course, Milarepa, great Tibetan saint. What a story of someone who, in his early life, incurred incredible karmic debt through his actions and stayed the course to find a path that he could work off all his karma in one lifetime. And he found a teacher, Marpa, that initiated him in the mysteries.